I think the calling is to become fully the person that God created these young women to be, so that in their full dignity and in the opportunities that the world affords them now in this day and time, that our young women can embrace wholeheartedly their dignity as being made in the image and likeness of God, and with that, the call to serve and to be all that they can be. There are the mercy values that bond them, that soften them, that give them that compassion and respect for one another, and the response to need, the feeling that they can be there for each other, help one another, and that they're just themselves.
A mercy leader is definitely different than a regular leader. A mercy leader is grounded in the mercy values, grounded in their faith, and can point others in a more faith-centered direction.
A mercy leader is someone who not only leads by example, but keeps in mind every day, I'm going to help the poor and vulnerable in the world. I'm going to value an education and try and spread that joy to others.
A mercy leader is someone that shows compassion. I mean, compassion is one of our mercy values, and I think that's being a mercy leader, showing compassion towards others.
By engaging with others in service, we receive back, and it empowers those who receive to give as well, and that's mutually dignifying to everyone.
They don't need to be seen, they just need to be doing. There's a sense of need to be doing, being effective in what they're doing.
Robin Hood Days is our annual canned food drive, and it's a huge tradition here, and it's a big class competition also. We were responsible for our homerooms, and we went around to the grocery stores, we went around to our neighborhoods and encouraged our classes too, and we ended up bringing in 16,000 cans as a senior class.
They know it's for something that's going to make a big impact, because when I was visiting with some of the girls the other day, they asked me what my organization was. They wanted to know what we did. It wasn't about, can I bring cans so I can wear jeans? It's, what do you do? Who do you serve? That's something that goes well beyond whether or not I bought a can from Kroger and brought it here to wear jeans.
On Mercy Day every year, which is in September, we have one day a year where the whole student body goes as a class and we all do service that one day. You know, we go to Helping Hand, we go to parks to help clean up, we go to the deaf school to volunteer. Obviously, we bond as a class while we're serving.
It's not always just about us. It's about, like, helping society, and, like, the world doesn't revolve around us, it revolves around everybody. And I think volunteering to help others really helps us realize that.
With the junior service program that they allow us to do, which is going out in the community, really serving and experiencing different types of people, different opportunities that we have in our own community.
I went to a school, an elementary school, and by the end of the year, like, I did not want to leave those kids. You know, I've done volunteering before, but last year, that service learning program, it just, like, really helped me just know, like, hey, I want to volunteer for the rest of my life, you know, as much as I can. However, you know, my work schedule, school schedule allows, I really want to still devote my time to volunteering in the community.
We came to know more about the International Baccalaureate program as a program that seemed to have components that fit well with what Mount was about historically, and fit our mission, our values, and yet would be a program that could certainly prepare the young women for a global reality. We saw this program. It's based on international standards of education, of excellence. It is integrative of knowledge. It is based on critical thinking skills. It addresses certainly a core component of our school and our education, creativity, action, service, and it stresses writing and research. And we just couldn't think of a program that would better equip our girls for full participation in a global reality.
And with the IB, it really forces you to think outside the box, as well as connecting your different course areas instead of just spitting back the information.
Mercy values affect how we teach in the classroom, from the way we give instructions to the way the students interact with one another in a classroom. For example, in my language classroom, we have to have a merciful environment because, myself included, we all make mistakes. It's a foreign language. We have to have compassion, and we have to encourage one another. And that compassion and that mercy that we have for one another raises our level of learning in the room because there's no fear.
For the Race for the Cure, they wanted us to come up with a way to get more participation in Race for the Cure. So I decided that we would split up the school into 8 different color teams, and all the teams would compete with each other for different kind of like prizes and stuff, and everyone could get spirited and kind of bond with their team of different grades and stuff. Kind of sisterhood and involvement all at once. So right before the race, we had a big pep rally, and so that was really fun. Everyone was kind of goofing off and doing their cheers and different things for their own color team. It was a lot of fun just to see everyone come together for something that, you know, is really making an impact. And, you know, our numbers were really great. We went from 89 to 218 people. So, I mean, it was just good to see that we all came together for something that really matters. It was awesome.
Coleman and St. Mary's, I think, really bonded was as soon as we started growing exponentially, St. Mary's seniors came and volunteered their time as we were registering people. It was amazing. They go, can you get some more of those St. Mary's girls to come help us tonight when we would get really overwhelmed?
As a leader, you know, you're going to make mistakes, but the ability to overcome those mistakes and to drive on and to still be able to lead effectively is a really strong asset of a great leader. And that mercy value sticks with me today, even through the 20 years of service that I have in the military with the Army values that kind of relate to the mercy values. And I challenge them to get a female first sergeant, a female command sergeant major, someone in that leadership position, because we're more than fully capable. And I attribute that success to my early education here at Mount St. Mary's.
St. Mary is also unique in its efforts to build community, to build a spirit of family. Our young women do get that, and the friendships that are made here last for a lifetime.
Coming here from Hurricane Katrina in 2005, I was in 7th grade. You can't find this everywhere. I mean, I could have been outcasted. I could have been treated differently just because they haven't gone to school with me since they were in kindergarten, and I could have been just kind of pushed to the side and been like, okay, well, she's just a new girl. But I was truly shown mercy values from the very beginning of my freshman year.
The sisterhood of Mount is very important to me because you need support, you need strength and encouragement from others. If you were just going through high school by yourself and with, friends, but not people you could really call friends, it'd be tough. But having friends who are there for you, sisters who are there for you, is very important.
You can't go down the hall every day without hearing someone be like, oh, I love you. Like, it's just the way we are.
We're all very sensitive to who these girls are from the first day that they're here. We value them as individuals, and when they are allowed to shine that way, and they are not treated as a group necessarily, we get to see pretty early on the talent and the light that comes from each kid. And there is one in every kid, at least one.
It instills the idea of being yourself. And I think wherever we go in college and after, we're always going to know that being ourselves is the best. And we're always going to know to reach out to other people and help them to show their real selves, because, that's what it's all about. It's about being yourself and loving who you are and loving other people for who they are.
We have 2 or 3 that have gone to work for the United Nations. We've got more than a dozen that have gone to work on policy in Washington, D.C. We have great numbers, I think, who have made huge contributions here in Little Rock, here in Arkansas, regarding the Heifer Project, regarding the Clinton Library, regarding state government, regarding education, in the nursing field. Seeing how women are valued and how women are taught to value themselves. Seeing how these girls become confident, strong, independent women who are going to greatly influence the people they meet, but also the world that they're in.
I'd like to see the girls leave with a good foundation in their faith. Doesn't have to be the Catholic faith, because we have many who are not Catholic, but if we can build up that need that they should have for God in their life, I would like to see them go out as good Christian women. And, leadership ability, I'd like to see them develop that, and most of them do. And for those who do get married, I want them to become good Christian mothers, to pass this on to their children.
but their faith and their love for each other really shines through, and has made them strong women, strong in the best sense of that word. That they have inner strength, interior strength that they rely on, and certainly that they can draw from each other in times of a real challenge.
To me, when something like sad or tragic happens in your family, that's kind of when you feel like alone, as if no one's there for you. And Mount will be like the first school to step up and just show that they love you and they care about you and they care what you're going through, and that with them, you know that everything's going to be okay because you know that you constantly have that support system behind you.
There are the student government leaders who just try to lead by example, and then there are the athletic leaders who lead their teams, and then there are the spiritual leaders who help lead mass and are really involved with campus ministry. They make a lot of different kind of leaders here.
Every Mount girl just has that spirit of leadership. They just have that want to be involved. And even if they don't seem like it, you know, even with Robin Hood Days, everyone just gets involved here. And I just think that's such a big part of Mount. It's just the spirit we have, and I think that's so important.
I am a leader.
I'm a leader.
I'm a leader.
I am a leader.
And I am a leader.
I am a leader.
I am a leader.
We are all Mercy leaders.